Loudoun County, Virginia. May 28th, a boy texts a girl he knew to meet him in the girls' bathroom, and she agreed. Apparently they knew each other, and they may or may not have hooked up before, but that's besides the point. She goes to the bathroom. He advances on her. She says no. He assaults her. What the story says is that he sodomized her. He was arrested. A juvenile court judge found him guilty of all the charges that he could be found guilty of because of the assault. But before that, after the assault happened at that one school, the teachers or the school administrators removed him, suspended him, then put him in another school. And what do you think happened? He did it again. That's right, he did it again. But the first one is interesting because is this kid a transgender kid? He's got to be, because what they say is he was wearing a skirt. I don't give a fuck if you want to wear a skirt, but if you're using that to go into a girl's bathroom, or you're using that because you want to dress like a girl, that's fine. That's why this transgender stuff in schools, I think I'm all for separate bathrooms now for that reason, okay? He assaulted the girl. The girl told the school superintendent knew about it. What did he do, you ask? What he did was he sent an email to the school board letting them know there was an issue with a sexual assault at the school. This was before, I believe, I'm not fact-checking, so don't yell at me, before the kid went to another school and the same type of thing happened. Well, there was a school board meeting. The girl's father went to the meeting, and he ultimately became so angered by what was going on, he got arrested and was removed and charged with disorderly conduct. But that's not the best part. When the school board members were speaking, and when they were asked if they knew anything about a sexual assault happening, they all said no. That's a lie. When the superintendent was asked, he said no. That's a lie. The email has surfaced from him notifying the school board that there was a sexual assault that took place in a girl's bathroom. The girl was assaulted by a boy wearing a skirt. And I keep saying the skirt because it is what it is. I don't give a shit if this kid wants to dress like a girl. But again, you're going to have these kids in your school, you're going to make your own bathroom for them. People used to bitch and moan. Quite frankly, I don't blame the father for doing what he did, because if that was one of my daughters, I would have done the same thing. These people are lying, and they tried to cover it up, and I'm going to tell you why I think they covered it up. Because there's a gubernatorial election going on right now in Virginia. The Democratic candidate is Terry McAuliffe, and we've all heard that name before because he's a big Clinton supporter. The Clintons support him. Biden went there. They were dancing on the stage. Biden looked like he was ready to stroke out. And Obama had to put his 2 cents in about what's going on in Virginia. Obama. Why doesn't Obama just go to his house, his mansion, and just be quiet? Because quite frankly, no one wants to hear what he has to say. So what he did was he threw his 2 cents in on this election and what happened in Loudoun County. Okay? That's what he did. He did that, and he angered a lot more people. He said, and I quote, that the Republican candidate, Glenn Youngkin, was focusing on hot-button education issues during his campaign, dismissing those, and he dismissed those issues as unserious and fake outrage. And the parents are not happy. Basically saying these Democrats are tone deaf. They don't want to hear what's going on in their schools. They don't want to keep their kids safe. Now, this is Obama campaigning for McAuliffe, okay? He stoked more anger by saying that all they're trying to do is keep the kids safe in their schools and make it easier for teachers to give kids a world-class education because they deserve that. Yes, they do deserve that. But what they don't deserve is to go to school and worry about being attacked by someone, transgender or not. Okay, and I'm bringing it up again because it's a point that has to be made. This is what they're trying to protect. They're trying to protect the laws that are in place to allow this, which is fine. It's all over the country. It's all over the world. It is what it is. But something's got to be done to protect the kids from someone who may or may not be violent. And of course, we don't know that they are violent, but there's something going on, okay? They're calling for the superintendent to resign, and apparently right now he's refusing. I think it was yesterday, the schools got together, all the kids, and had a massive walkout. It lasted about 10 minutes. It was peaceful, but they were protesting the unsafe conditions and how they feel unsafe in school, that this happened, and the school superintendent and the school board kept it undercover, did nothing about it, and it happened again, and now this kid is in trouble. I don't think he's locked up. I think he's home on home confinement because he's a juvie, but a judge did find him guilty of all the charges. Whatever the consequences are of that charge in juvenile court in Virginia, I do not know, but does a kid belong locked up? Maybe. Does he belong in counseling? Probably. I mean, he did it twice. He did it twice. And like I said in the beginning, I don't care if these two knew each other. I don't care if they hooked up. That's not the point. The point is the girl said no, and what he did to her, from what you read, and I'm not making this up, look online, read it. He sodomized this girl in the bathroom. He got in trouble for it. He got arrested for it. And then her father goes to ask questions because he wants answers and he's not getting them. So he was outraged. He was outraged. He was pissed off. He didn't go there to cause a problem. He went there because these are elected officials who were supposed to tell the truth. You all know how I feel about that. They're all full of shit. He wasn't getting the answers he wanted. They were lying to the faces of him and every other parent in that room. He ended up getting a little out of control. Whatever it was, they had to fight him to the ground and arrest him. I'm a law enforcement officer. I wear a badge and a uniform every day. I probably would have done the same thing. I'm sorry. That's his child. That's his daughter. She was attacked, and he wanted answers. I don't blame him one bit for doing what he did, and he was charged with disorderly conduct. So now this election goes on. It's going on. They're campaigning back and forth. Supposedly it's a dead heat. But quite frankly, if the people in the entire state of Virginia jump on board with this, then McAuliffe can go bye-bye, and they can elect a governor who's going to do something about it, who's going to make sure the elected officials in Loudoun County are held accountable. And if they don't do what they're supposed to do, they all need to lose their jobs. End of story. The school superintendent is an appointed position. It's not, he doesn't run for the office. The school board, I imagine, they're elected, like every other state, like where I live. It's a disgrace what's going on, and it all boils down to bad politics. End of story. You are in charge of the entire school system in your county, and you had the nerve to try to cover it up, so you didn't look bad and the schools didn't look bad. And now the kids, especially young girls, don't feel safe because they don't trust you. They don't trust that school board because they're all full of shit. So you can campaign for McAuliffe if you want. You can write them and call them and fly a fucking plane with a banner supporting them. Nitwit Biden could go on stage and dance like a fucking zombie looking like he's going to stroke out. It doesn't matter. They're all fucking lies. That's all these people do. They're going to keep doing it because they want their own liberal people in office to keep it going. Keep the DC agenda going. That's what they're trying to do. They don't care about your schools. They don't care about your kids. They all need to go. End of story. My opinion, and I'm entitled to it. Read about it. You should be outraged. People, a lot of you have young kids that are in school. Thank God my kids aren't in high school anymore. But they still go to school. It could happen to anyone's child at any school, college or high school or middle school. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. End of story. This kid needs to be either put away until he's an adult or get some serious counseling because he's got some fucking problems. The kid's got issues. And it's got nothing to do with wearing girls' clothes. I've said this on almost every fucking cast I do about that shit. I don't give a shit. If you want to dress like a girl, go ahead. It's all the power to you. It doesn't bother me. And that's it. That's my rant. It's disgusting. It fucking bothers me that these politicians try to hide this shit when they're risking, they're just endangering the kids who go to these schools. All they want to do is go to school and learn, have fun with their friends, and that's it. They don't want to worry about going to the bathroom. And yeah, the girl said she would meet him in the bathroom because she knew him. But she didn't go there expecting to get assaulted like she did. And again, I'm not a fact checker, quite frankly. I don't. Who's fact checking the fact checkers is what I want to know. It's all online. Go to any news channel you want. Some of them aren't going to tell you the truth. We all know what those are. And some will. There's always three sides to every story. But this is unbelievable that they're letting it happen, and it just so happens that all the big Democratic politicians in this country, the former presidents, the current alleged president, and anybody else who thinks they're important, are pushing for McAuliffe to become the governor so they could keep on going with their Democratic machine bullshit and keep it status quo and not give a fuck about the people. End of story. Thank you for watching this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't liked this video already, please like it. Please subscribe to my channel and share it with somebody. Share it. Get it out there. People need to be outraged at what's going on. Hit the notification bell. You'll be notified of the next episode, which will be coming up in a couple of days. I hope everybody is healthy and safe. Take care. Have a great night, and we'll see you soon.